here's another. And that even looks like toe impressions. And so does that, possibly, right here. Going that way. A while later, here's another. Looks like bare footprint. All right, so I just finished the hike. I found a few pretty cool things. This is the area that I actually heard the tree crash in, that I'll put it in this video so you can hear it again if you haven't heard it from my last video. This is a pretty well-known area with sightings. I know a few people who have had them and had experiences in here, so I'm not really looking to prove anything as far as the presence of Sasquatch, but rather I just enjoy looking and seeing what I can find, structures and all that stuff. I found some pretty cool footprints today and a couple snakes. Yeah, I just had a good time and sort of stopped and looked at a few interesting structures. So if that sounds interesting to you, then I hope you enjoy. All right, well, I'm on a spring hike today, and I've just been hiking along. But I noticed this, a bunch of red feathers. Haven't seen that before. Maybe a cardinal? There's a bunch of feathers like on the log. It's got more there. Pretty awesome. That I'm thinking of is the bend in that tree. That's a pretty thick tree. I guess this fell from somewhere up there, maybe up there. Looks like maybe there, but that is just cool. The fact that that bent like that. There's another one over there too. Wow. Nice little bend right there. Tucked underneath the tree there. That's cool. Yeah, that's wild right there. Further up the trail, I noticed this. It's like a little structure. There's a couple pieces that are propped up and holding that little one down that are much older than it is. Beautiful. That huge bend right there. That is cool. Some people have asked me what's up with the arches and bends. Some people think Sasquatch do those. In a situation like this, you could say that maybe it was the tree falling down and doing it. I can't say either way, but it's pretty cool. This is kind of neat here right in front of it too. That's a beauty though. Beautiful arch. Me personally, I do wonder if they might have done it. Close to that is this busted up treetop. Looks like almost all the limbs were broken. Kind of twisted a little. Looks really healthy too. Look at that bent tree from this side. middle of all this busted, knocked over tree is this beautiful bend. I've seen that a number of times. And there's some sod because I'm on a trail, but it's pretty cool. It's all like peeled and stuff. On this side. God. How that's hung up there. There's like a bent tree that's holding it up. Take a note that there are wildlife sounds now. Sometimes they'll be in the same area and then they'll all stop. It's a little point of reference just in case it goes quiet. You can see this. There's a broken tree going across, and I've seen this before. A bit of a pattern where they're almost like dominoes, where you can see that one there is laying across the root ball of the other one, and it's just like this one line. You could perhaps dismiss it as weather, but I wonder if the Sasquatch might do that. I've seen this, I don't know, 2 or 3 other times where they're lined up like that. Makes me wonder. I can't say for sure. Beautiful day though, huh? It's a nice temperature right now. Huge arch right here. Actually like a smaller one down in there, and a tiny one right here. It's a beauty. Our angle from a little lower of, there's the tree that's going over the root ball of the other one. Goes down there. It'd be crazy to think that they can possibly do this. It's just mind-blowing. I noticed there's that again. And right here, this one doesn't really seem to have, it's kind of a strange break. I've seen lots of these. Doesn't seem to have something on top of it. I mean, it would have been standing straight up here where it was, and nothing's even over this far at all, so that's kind of interesting there. I've seen that where these branches that are down, sometimes it looks like they've been tucked underneath something. Like it seems odd that they would all catch underneath like one log would catch all of them perfectly. Kind of looks like some more archy kind of stuff down through there, maybe. It's hard to say from here though. Beautiful little canyon, valley, holler with a creek, and lots of wildlife right now. Nice and open down here on the creek in this sort of little canyon. There's a broken tree through there. I'll zoom in so you know what I'm talking about right there. Might as well, of course I'm always looking whenever I'm on soft dirt for prints. Can't help it. If I had more time, I'd probably go a little bit through there and just look around. But I think I'll be passing through quite a bit of stuff like this on this hike today. Gonna take the opportunity to ground for a moment. Touch the water. Nice woodpecker. I have some deer prints right here. That's a new one for me. I've never seen a tree broken or bent like that before. Wow. Seen quite a few broken trees along the way. And right here, there happens to be two that are almost facing the same direction. The arch right through there. Also, it certainly could be from a person, but it looks kind of oddly shaped. I actually saw something that looked like a huge heel impression. I kind of wish that I filmed it, but kind of interesting there. Pretty deep too. There's my foot next to it. Looks like someone slid right there. Comparison, something like this is clearly a shoe. See the tread and everything. Really a clear footprint, but by the width of it and stuff, that's pretty interesting. Look how big that is compared to my foot. Looks like someone slid again. That's interesting. That's pretty big. The heel would probably be around there. Toes up there, I guess. Cool, I can see, looks like an X right over there. And if I look this way, you could interpret that as possibly an X. A broken tree right there. A bunch of arches in here. Here's two. You can see a third one, kind of center screen there. That's cool. Cool there. It's like three trees all coming together at one point. Let's see. One of them's got a nice bend to it. Right on a creek here. Still lots of wildlife. Massive arch right across the creek here. Could it be natural? Maybe. There is a tree that fell. Whoops. Might be. There's another one. Right through there. Beautiful. That's the other one I was just zooming in on. down the bottom in another holler canyon. I wonder who could be watching up there. But over here, I see a bit of an arch through there. Right there. Right here, it kind of looks like this is twisted. This, right here, that part right there. Bunch of stuff there. It's pretty cool down here. I always think I'd love to be in one of these spots at night and just listen. See it from over there. When I was just looking at this, there's a nice arch right there. That's where all that is, the arch. You can kind of see it like at an angle, sort of right there. And right here, this really looks twisted. Just a tiny bit further down. There's that one that looks twisted right there. It's like a baby arch with another really old piece of log leaning on it. And a really old one that's got it held down right there. And this thing's like rotting, so there's no way. This thing's been here. So you could look at this and it appears like this was tucked underneath that. And there's another stick leaning up right there on it. And this one. Does look like handiwork. From this I see something cool, but once again, that's all that stuff. The one that looks twisted. Kinda hard to see, but it's sort of in the middle. But through here, I wanted to just take a walk. I'll take you guys with me. Here's another little broken with a big log on it. But it looks like a big X over here. Take you for the journey. Look at that. And right now, my eyes are on the ground as I walk through, mostly. A lot of stuff here that's kind of cool, but yeah, look at that. It does look like an X. Beauty right there. I'm also noticing down on this side of it, there's that and that on it. That's cool. Beautiful. Some of these are cut off for the trail because it goes right by it, but it seems like an odd way for all of this wood to land. It's pretty cool. Well, I can tell you I'm way out in it, and And those are definitely bare footprints, bare toe prints. So possibly a hiker, barefooted. I think we're like a mile or two from the road, either direction, and I wouldn't want to walk barefoot in this, but someone did. I think I saw something else kind of consistent with that. Did I? Maybe not. But that's pretty cool. I was kind of thinking, like, I haven't really seen definitive toes. Well, look at that. That is cool. It's another one. That is absolutely a footprint. No doubt. You can even see the little curves down there. Wow. There's another going the other way. Look at that. How cool is that? Not too big either. If I look at that, there's my foot next to it. Unless there's a pair of shoes that has toes in it, like this, I think there are actually bare footprints of some kind. Not something I have found too often. There's another one. There's quite a few right here. Have a good look for anyone watching. Looks like a pretty defined heel right there. I guess if this is a foot and not a shoe, that would be the mid-tarsal break. You can see that. Quite a few of these from one little spot. This one also has it's consistent, has that same big bump in the middle. That's a pretty cool find. I'm still wondering, like, if it could be a shoe, because they're so definitive. Look at that one. But if not, then we've found quite a few. I think that might be one too. Actually saw something like this earlier and it wasn't nearly as clear as these. This is the clearest I've ever seen. That looks like a big toe there. Wow. I just have found so few prints like this that it's like hard to believe. Would someone put on a pair of shoes that looks like, there's another. That even looks like toe impressions. And so does that, possibly, right here, going that way. That's a lot. Wow. It's harder to see in the shade. I'm thinking I'm seeing a toe right there, a left toe. Okay, well, I think I just found some pretty clear footprints in the middle of this little thing, but it is a walking trail, and hey, somebody might have come through here without shoes for all I know, or put on a pair of shoes that has toes, or Sasquatch with not massive feet. It's a funny coincidence, if you want to call it that, but I was just thinking how I'm just about ready to surrender my need or desire to look too much for prints, because I just have not found any really definitive. And these were. And of course, I'm still a little skeptical because it's a walking trail, but they sure do look like human-shaped prints, so pretty cool find either way. And you can see the terrain here. I don't know who would walk on this barefoot, but maybe somebody with strong feet. that can, it's grounding or whatever. Pretty cool spot though. Got this, almost looks like a structure. Once again with 1, 2, 3, 4 trees meeting up there. We can still hear the wildlife. Very far at all from where I just saw those possible prints. I'm seeing a couple really cool things, like this just looks kind of intentional the way that's all there, like a possible structure. But then I was looking at it and I looked this way. Actually, wow, I just saw this right now. Like a beautiful little perfect arch. But if you can see in the background, that's the one I was looking at among some other stuff. Even that big possible arch right there. But well, yeah, we'll go look at this real quick. All through here just looks funky or awesome. I love this stuff, so I think it's awesome. But yeah, I saw this. Ooh, there's another one here too, possibly. Look at that. That one's got a few things going on. A few sticks that are leaning up there. Some down there. There's that one with one sort of in the background. Up there is kind of like a big X. So cool. Right in the middle of all this, it kind of looks like another footprint. I'm a size 9, 9.5, 10. So it's a little smaller than me. That too, look at that. These two look different, I think. There's that one. Look at that. Wow. Right next to each other. 1, 2. Once again, that one on the right, which looks longer. This one looks longer and thinner than that one, to me. Just a little bit longer. You could see the heel there and the end of the toe, the big toe, is right there at the bottom of the stick. This one, the big toe's there, the heel's there. It's a little shorter. No kidding. This is pretty rare for me, so I'm soaking it in. Not something I've seen very often. Could it be people? I guess it's possible. But there's another pretty likely candidate down here too, that there have been sightings and all that in these areas that I'm in. So cool. Yeah. Look at that one. These are different. Look at that. Wow. You could totally make casts out of these little ones. I can't rule out they could be people though. There's that one's even smaller, huh? Look at that. There's 4 right here. All bare feet. See the toes in that one. That one's got kind of a big toe. Looks a little different than this, I think. You see the big toe there and the slightly smaller foot. I'll do my shoe mark just to the left. Let me see if I can show you that. There. Hopefully you can see that. My shoe mark is there. It's bigger than that. Wow. Though you can kind of tell these are less obvious, but you can tell they went right across this. I know I wouldn't walk across this barefoot. Doesn't mean other people wouldn't, but just trying to be objective here. Some of these are shoes because it is a trail. So that is so cool though. Man, I kind of pucker at just looking at that, walking across that barefoot. It could be done, but my feet aren't built for that. I'd have to work up to that. I think that's a blue jay. There it goes. Timing. That is really cool color though. Oh, it's not moving either, so I can film it. Oh, one left, the other one behind. Sorry to interrupt, guys. Right here, there's 3 arches, all going the same way. That's 1, 2, 3. That's cool. It's beautiful down here. Oh, like an X right there. Just cool looking. It's got to be a black racer. Wow. A while later, here's another. Looks like bare footprint. It's wild. Just my shoe next to it. Big toe right there. I don't think I've ever seen one sitting still like that. It's about to take off. Pretty quiet. Disappeared underneath that log right there. Little limb that's horizontal reminds me of something I've seen before. It's kind of funny. It's like balance in there. That's pretty interesting looking. Almost looks like that limb was like bent in, and that's cool. A triple arch. There's like, well, there's sort of 4. There's like 3 there. Maybe more than 4. There's a little one there, and that one's kind of. And then you come this way. There's a beautiful one right there. And that root thing kind of looks like a little one. There's actually another one through there. That's pretty neat too. See if I can get a better angle of this. Yeah. Back off the zoom a little. That's awesome. And this one right here. Gosh, there's even like little ones over here. Look at that. Beautiful. This right here is just amazing. There's even like a little arch right here going like there. Which it's strange if you were thinking of it being natural, because it would have been standing up there and it got hooked by this arch. And then there's a little one in the middle. Kind of like a little break. And then there's another arch in the back. Possibly a couple, but definitely one. That kind of decent sized one that goes like that. That little broken tree there. Another arch right through there. So there's that one. This is so cool. It's like an X right there. Then under this is kind of neat. It's sort of like a little asterisk or glyph kind of thing. You can see that. Here's that one from this side. Wanted to especially have a look at that little asterisk kind of thing there. Cool over here too. Sort of like an X right there, and right in front of me here, in front of that, it looks almost like a little structure here with a tree and the other one bent into it right there. And then that older piece going across like that. I've seen stuff like that quite a bit. It doesn't really look like natural fall. Looks kind of orchestrated or built. There's quite a few things in the background too. And then over this way, there's also this little arch right in front of me here. Right there. It's a beauty. And then that big one. Let's see. Go through here. Have a nice look at that thing. Look at how that tree's bent. Man. Even like this one that's leaning up against it's kind of interesting too. A nice view of that one. Definitely looks like an arch. The big one, a little arch sort of break. And definitely possibly some other bent trees in there. So cool. And from this angle, just spinning this way, there's this one. It's not touching the ground. It's a pretty cool bend. I think I'll end the video here just staring at this masterpiece. Love this. So thanks for watching. Haven't done a hike in a little while. It's a beautiful day. Really enjoyed it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Blessings.